Hello everyone, this is your main man Keith Fustus here. Happy Saturday morning to all my viewers on this awesome channel. Today the Houston Texans will be traveling to the Carolinas in Charlotte, North Carolina, where they will be battling each other off in the 704 NUS Bank Stadium and Bank of America Field. I'm so sorry about that. I get so mixed up when it comes to stadium names. US Bank Stadium is where the Minnesota Vikings play, and Bank of America is where the Carolina Panthers play their games. So just keep that in mind. So in this matchup, the Houston Texans will be battling off against Carolina. But for Carolina, this will be the first episode without Cam Newton as its quarterback, despite him going to New England during the offseason under Coach Bill Belichick, where Tom Brady left after spending at least 19 to 20 seasons with Belichick. So, without further ado, we will see you guys at kickoff time. Here we are in rain-soaked Charlotte, North Carolina, as the keep pounding team, Carolina Panthers, come out of the tunnel to battle off against the Houston Texans. Here in Charlotte, Stephen Curry's hometown, where his father used to play for the Charlotte Hornets in the NBA. Alright, now we are the Carolina Panthers, ready to kick off in this rain-soaked afternoon in Charlotte, as Jermaine Carter of the Houston Texans will be ready to return this kickoff. I did color versus color for this matchup today, because it's rain-soaked, and I like to see, and it's really cool how it's color versus color based. You see mainly most teams, like the away side, they wear white jerseys at home. Like the Dallas Cowboys, they wear white at home like all season, if not only one game. Alright, as we see Deshaun Watson scrambling across the field, and he will get stopped. Oh, and there's a fumble recovery, and the Houston Texans claim it for the first down there, as their offensive lineman recovered. So now it's 1st and 10 again, as we see, I think Brandon Cooks gets his first reception of the game. It's his first season in Houston. And they will get stopped there. David Johnson, the former Arizona Cardinals running back. Duke Johnson also plays for this team as well, the former Cleveland Browns running back. Oh, and he gets sacked, and I think Carolina is about to recover, and they do in fact, with Jermaine Carter with his first sack of the game, as we see Teddy Bridgewater step onto the field for the first time today. He will take Cam Newton's spot as quarterback this season, as Houston just got its first turnover of the game. Now I got to see some Christian McCaffrey. His father, Ed, used to play tight end for the Denver Broncos. And I know Christian went to Stanford University. I'm not sure what college Ed went to, played football at. So now DJ Moore gets his first reception. Will he get it into the end zone? The officials are going to say yes. And this will be their first receiving touchdown of the game, where it will now be 7-0 Carolina. Alright, now this will be a 1st down and 10 now for the Houston Texans, as they are down at the 3 here in this. And now David Johnson runs it. Does not gain any yards whatsoever. It is still 2nd and 10 regardless. And will Brandon Cooks get it in for the first down? They're going to say yes. All right, now we're ready to play some defense as well. So now Deshaun Watson, he's going to scramble across the field. Will he complete the pass? No, he will not. That's his first incomplete pass of the game here in Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. This is the first Carolina Panthers video we've done, and they will get down at the 6. And when we take a timeout here, we see a little bit of downtown Charlotte, because you see downtown Charlotte, but you can't see it very well because it's the clouds are covered. The sky is covered with clouds, and it's raining. And Will Fuller the fifth gets his first reception of this game, 27 yards there that time. And this will still be a first down. So now that is an incomplete pass. So this is 2nd and 10 now. From the 33 here. And he will get sacked. Incomplete though. I thought he was going to get sacked there, but it's still 3rd down and 10 here. And as we see Deshaun Watson run this in, he will get stopped at the 48. So 2 rushes and 33 yards. And this quarter will be over, as it will now be 7-0 Carolina. All right, now we're ready to begin the second quarter here. We're going to blitz on this play. As we're down at the 48-yard line, we see David Johnson. He will get stopped there at the 48. 2nd down and 10 now from the 48. And he will get stopped there down at the 49. So it's 3rd and 12 now. Oh, they lose the football and Carolina recovers it, and this will be Houston's 2nd turnover of the game. 4th fumble, and it's the 2nd one lost, surprisingly, this afternoon by the New York Jets. No, wait. I meant to say Robbie Anderson, the former New York Jets player, gets his first reception of the game. Houston has at least 2 turnovers, and they allowed 16 rushing yards total. And now we got some Christian McCaffrey. Oh, he does a hurdle at time. He has 2 rushes in and 30 yards so far. As they are down at the 11. Here, as we will get stopped at the 3. And we're going to use a running play here. And unfortunately, it is not Christian McCaffrey who scores the touchdown. This was the fullback here who makes it in for the touchdown. And it will now be 14-0 Carolina. All right, now we are at the 1-yard line. So we're going to use some blitz coverage. We're going to use a blitz play here, as they are down at the 1. And I think Jermaine Carter Jr. gets the 2-point safety after stopping David Johnson in the end zone. So they will get a free punt. We will get the free punt at the 20-yard line. And that is so rare to see on a running play, rather. On season 1 of Madden 21, we've seen it maybe twice, maybe 3 times. This could have been the third or the fourth time. I don't really recall. But now we're just going to use some Teddy Bridgewater. He's just going to run it into the goal line area, as he will get stopped at the 44. His first rush of the game and 20 yards in. So now I'm going to use some more DJ Moore here. He's ready to catch the football. 3 for 3, 81 yards there by... All right, now Bridgewater, he's going to pass it off to Robbie Anderson, and this will be the touchdown, and it will now be 23-0 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, we got it in for the touchdown. We got a fumble recovery as we got Shaq Thompson, who recovers the ball, and he runs it to the other side of the end zone. Nobody stops him. He is all alone. He jumps on, he slides on in the rain, and this will be a Carolina touchdown. And we will see you guys at the second half. All right, now we're ready to return the kickoff here. Houston has not scored at all, so this will be our first kickoff return. And it's Pharaoh Cooper who will return this kickoff, and he will get stopped at the 26 there. Houston returned the first half, so now we have 166 total yards in this game. So now McCaffrey, he's going to jump up. Oh, no one's going to stop him, but he uses 2 hurdles there at the same time as he gets stopped at the 44 with a total of 4 rush attempts and 69 yards total. So now Bridgewater is going to hand it off to some McCaffrey here. McCaffrey attempts to hurdle but doesn't. 5 rushes and 87 yards there. 214 total yards. So now we're going to use some Robbie Anderson, the former New York Jets wide receiver. Will he catch it? And it's incomplete there that time. 2nd and 10 now from the 25 here. And they do not get another completion. So it's now 3rd and 10 now from the 25. So we're going to use some McCaffrey here. And he gets it in for the first down. A gain of 13, well, maybe 14 yards in. So he has 6 rushes and 101 yards total. So this is surprising to see here. We're in the red zone as we see Robbie Anderson gets his second receiving touchdown of the game, where it will now be 37-0 here in Charlotte, North Carolina, located at the Bank of America Stadium. All right, Houston gets their first touchdown of the game as Randall Cobb, the former Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay Packers player, returns it for 102 yards as he does a small snow angel. I should call it rain angel because it's soaking wet out and there's no snow on the ground. So he just breaks a couple of tackles there, and we will see you guys when we have the ball. All right, now it is now 37-7. We're leading by 30 here as we got Pharaoh Cooper ready to return this out. He breaks one, maybe 2 tackles down at the 39-yard line. So it's 2:15 in the third quarter, and the Texans just recently scored. I could possibly guarantee you this could be their only touchdown of the game, but something good may happen to Houston. I mean, they could get a punt return for a touchdown. They could possibly see a rushing touchdown by Duke Johnson Jr., or possibly Deshaun Watson getting a pass completion for a touchdown. So this could be, as we get stopped at the 39 there, 2 rushes and 21 yards. So we're going to use the HB stretch here. with some Christian McCaffrey. And he will get stopped at the 21. 9 rushes, 141 yards. In this total game we got. Bridgewater is 6 for 8, 123 yards. And Curtis Samuel just got his first reception of this game. We've had at least one, maybe two defensive touchdowns. So now it's 2nd and 3. We're almost... This quarter is almost over, so we are at 1st and goal now from the 4-yard line. And the quarter is over. And the Panthers are still leading by 30. So it's now 37-7. Hopefully we can get the first points of the 4th quarter in. And we were close, but we not quite. 10 rushes, 144 yards. There are 300 in total yards, I think, offensively. And we see Christian McCaffrey get his touchdown there as they do a wrestling celebration. 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, ding, ding, ding. As he gets it into the touchdown, it will now be 44-7. Okay, now we are back into action as we got 3 minutes and 32 seconds before this whole game is over. We get to see, could he get a first down there with Duke Johnson? He will get stopped. They're at the 44 now. So they are at the 44-yard line. 29, excuse me. I meant 44 points scored total by Carolina. And that is an incomplete pass there. So I think this is their first time punting, and we get to return with Christian McCaffrey, the Stanford product. And I actually know a Stanford football player. I was in 8th grade when I saw him play. And I had that newspaper that day. And Christian McCaffrey, he jumps it into the end zone, and that is a touchdown. 86 yards that time. Wow, this is so incredible. So we're just going to take it to the house, and that will be a touchdown. I had the Sharon Herald that day. I remember the day that Andrew Pritz was making his way to California. He first wanted to go to Penn State, but then declined and then wanted to go to California to play at the University of Stanford. The Stanford Cardinal, it's a tree. I think that's pretty cool. And it is now 51-7 here in Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, now we're ready to return the punt here, but this time we're using Eli Apple, the former New York Giants player. I swapped him out because Christian McCaffrey just returned one for a TD. I just wanted to try out and see if he got it in, and he doesn't. So we got to the 2-minute warning here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I like this light blue and black for this Carolina team. I feel like they chose this because the light blue represents the University of North Carolina Tar Heels, where Michael Jordan and Vince Carter both played college basketball and both made it into the NBA. And keep in mind of this is also Michael Jordan's home state of North Carolina. He grew up in North Carolina. Graduated high school in 1981. And we get the first down there. I don't know what high school he attended, but all I know is that he graduated from North Carolina high school around 1981. Went to the Bulls in 84. I think he had 2 retirements with Chicago and then retired after playing in Washington Wizards. But I thought that so he came back to the NBA 2 days before I was born and signed with Washington. He could have signed with the Los Angeles Lakers, and we see Shaq Thompson, the linebacker who got that fumble recovery for the touchdown there, get his first points of the game now on offense. So he did basically the same thing Eric Hendricks did. He was a linebacker and then played a little bit of tight end. And we see Christian McCaffrey get it in for 2 points. And it is now 59-7 here in Charlotte, North Carolina, located at Bank of America Stadium. All right, there is a flag, and this is a roughing the passers. We got an INT there with only 7 seconds to go. Jeremy Chin, and now we get a first down now after we got that INT. All right, now will Carolina possibly, hopefully, and they didn't. So they're 10 for 21 for Deshaun Watson in this episode as we get second down and 10 now from the 45. Oh, we in fact get the... No, wait, he gets it. And Carolina wins it at home for their first appearance on Madden 21 for the final score of 59-7. We win by 52 big time. So I do want to say thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned for more content in the near later future. And we will see you guys next time. So we will see you guys at statistics. Let's look at the team stats. So we won 59-7 big time. Total offense of 199 to 374. Rushing yards 231 to 41. Mainly the use of Christian McCaffrey. Passing yards, they got 158 and 131. We got 14 first downs. Punt return yards 108 because we scored one of them with a TD. And they didn't return because we made our conversions count. Kickoff return yards, they got 197. We got 81. 563 total yards. They got 396. They had 3 turnovers in this game. 2-point conversion, we made it in for good. Red zone, we made it 100%. Touchdowns, we made it. So Deshaun Watson is 11 for 22 from the University of Clemson. 181 yards and no touchdowns. Teddy Bridgewater from Louisville had a perfect passer rating of 158.3 with 7 for 9, 131 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Rushing-wise, they got Christian McCaffrey with the most rushing attempts out of any team, honestly. 14, 196, and 1 touchdown with 11 broken tackles. David Johnson had 5 with -4. Alex Amara had 1 attempt and 3 with that touchdown. Receiving-wise, Brandon Cooks had 4 receptions, 51 yards, and no touchdowns. Robbie Anderson had 2 with 3 receptions and 68 yards. DJ Moore had 1 touchdown with 2 receptions and 46. Shaq Thompson had 1 reception with 8 yards and 1 TD. Defensively, let's take a look at the sacks. Corn Adler, Jermaine Carter Jr., Shaq Thompson all at sacks. Fumble recoveries, Jermaine Carter, Thompson, and Brian Burns all got. Jermaine Carter scored the team's only safety, and Shaq Thompson scored the defensive touchdown. So let's see kick return. Randall Cobb only got it in 1 touchdown, as well as Christian McCaffrey for 1 touchdown. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please stay tuned for more content. Peace out. Have a great Saturday, everybody.